What if buying a new appliance felt like a win for your home and your wallet? Save up to 50%, plus up to an extra $600 on select major appliances at the Best Buy Appliances Labor Day sale. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country. Anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. Goldbelly ships Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garden's famous cakes. So, if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's goldbelly.com, promo code GIFT.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radiopaque. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Raheel, I'm so exhausted. Not to brag, but traveling is so exhausting.
You're such a hateable person. Just in that one sentence. Are you exhausted? How was your trip? How was the entire thing? Now that it's behind us.
Everything's great. By the way, can you turn your mic around? I think you're speaking into the wrong part again.
No, this is the wrong part. This is the right part.
Oh, I can't tell the difference either way because I don't think that it's picking up from your mic anyway.
Son of a bee. Hold
It's
on.
fine. You know what? No, it's fine. No, it's
No,
fine.
it's not fine. It's not fine.
No,
Listen, the listeners have waited. We need to get. Why aren't my settings working?
It's fine, Raheel. Listen,
All right.
I'm about to fade out. Okay.
Why am I holding this mic like a jackass? Then?
Yeah, you don't
Put it
even
down.
need, you need to hold the fucking mic because it doesn't matter at this point. I'm gonna have to fix your audio and post. Anyway, what was your question?
How are we feeling? Like how obviously throughout the trip I got pictures, daily updates. Maybe too many updates. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Wow. It's not like you have two nephews from your sister.
I also have a nephew and a niece from the other side.
Oh,
and
so because one of my children isn't a girl child, he's not as important?
That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there are a lot of human beings, and I love every single one of them, right? But I'll tell you my experience with your vacation. I get up at like 6 a.m. and there would be like 36 pictures and videos for both of you, from you and our brother, about like your travels and stuff. And I'll be honest, I used to go through them all, and all of them looked so nice and fun, and I was like happy for you. The kids all looked happy and stuff. But I was like, do I really need 18 pictures in the morning and videos? You watch these videos, just you eating pasta again.
Well, wow. Actually, it wasn't really for you. It was for our mother, their grandma, okay? Their nanny. Anyway, you should come on vacation with us because we have a really good time.
The family as a whole?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awkward.
No, I don't think so.
When you say you have a really good time, so you think that like your family unit is like you're like a fun unit.
I think you would be delighted on a vacation with my sons.
I absolutely agree with that. I do love both of your children.
Like, I don't think that I bring a lot to the vacation because I'm a logistics gal. Okay. I'm logistics, and he's making sure that the kids have used bathrooms and are hydrated.
I'll be honest with you. Don't sell yourself short. Like, I guess, obviously, the personality, not really something I'm looking forward to. Your general attitude, not really something I'm looking forward to. But the logistics, we got to keep these trains running on time. And I think for me personally, as a non-organized or an unorganized person, that's exactly what I need. I need somebody to just say, hey, enough fun, time to move on to the next spot. And I think that is what you'd bring. Yeah.
I mean, you saw my very detailed Google Doc. I sent it to you. I don't even think you clicked on it.
I saw it once. So when you started planning this vacation 4.5 months ago, and you started sharing all of your itineraries and stuff, I saw it once when you shared it in the group that we have with our friends when you were like making plans and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I saw it and I was like, oh man, this looks exhausting. And then that was it. I was like, I don't need to see this again.
Well, anyway, we did have to cut some things out. I went to Rome and
Oh,
then Sorrento. We were supposed to do a day in Florence, but we didn't because my son puked all over Rome,
oh.
which apparently is a very Roman thing. It's very classic. It's just classic Roman things. You get bucked up outside of the Colosseum and you puke everywhere.
Why is that a classic Roman thing? Is it like something
Apparently
with
they
that
used to
temperature?
get no, it's just because they used to get really, it's like people behave at football games and stuff. And
Oh,
then there was a place called the vomitorium
yes,
where
of
people would
course.
go just to vomit.
Yeah, throw up and stuff. Is Rome muggy? Is it hot?
It's dry heat.
Dry heat?
Real 100 degrees.
Ugh.
Even in the shade. I was like, is that water down my back? No, it's sweat. It's my body. Anyway, Rome was great. Great food, great vibes, very fun. Sorrento. Oh my God. The Amalfi. The Italians did a big one with that one. Oh my God. Incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
What'd you do in Sorrento that was different than Rome?
Sorrento is by the coast. So it was very do, 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 very White Lotus.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know what the,
you didn't know what I was doing.
I was like, it doesn't sound like The Godfather.
No, it was so Sorrento's on the by the Amalfi Coast.
Hmm.
It's an hour south of Naples. And so it's like on the cliff and there's water and like beautiful. It's by Capri and it's just amazing. It's just like you go outside, you're on a fucking mountain, you look down and there's the Mediterranean Sea and it's beautiful. Like every view is beautiful. You're like, oh, look at this view. That's also beautiful. Oh my God, this is also beautiful. And the people are so nice. They're so relaxed. Everybody's so chill. It's just a really great time. And people love that to hear that you're from New Jersey.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Do you think people are just nicer because, hey, if you're living in that climate, you're just naturally nicer? Or do you think they're being nice?
I think so. I think that they're
Yeah.
just naturally nicer. Also, in Rome, like, I mean, in Italy or like in Europe in general, like, there isn't like tip culture like there is over here,
Hmm.
where like you have to hustle for your table. You have to like whatever. They're just nice to you because they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay. And so, anyway, that was great. We did a boat ride as you saw videos of that. That was really fun. I think,
That was just a nice videos.
I think I'm a boat gal.
Really?
Put me on a boat. I'm very happy.
You don't get a little seasick?
So we got these motion sickness patches. You put them behind your
Uh,
ear and you're good to go. Because I get very motion sick. I can't even sit in the back of a car. So, but for me, it was no problem. Our skipper looked like an Italian Bad Bunny. He called himself Benito Italiano. It was great. Anyway, it was wonderful. 10 out of 10. Do recommend everybody go to Italy if you can.
that's nice. So is this, when you look back on this vacation, right?
Uh-huh.
Is this like, so remember like when we used to go on vacations as kids, right? So
Yeah.
like when we came to America in 93 and 94,
Hmm.
I look at those as a very active vacation because we
Hmm.
went and we did a lot of things,
Yeah.
right? Did it feel like more of an active vacation or did it feel more of like a resting vacation?
It was perfect because Rome is active, but
Hmm.
Sorrento was resting
Okay.
and like relaxed. Even though we had very early mornings in Sorrento too, but it was like we're taking a boat to Capri
Nice.
or Positano. Like it was different, Even if we went to like Pompeii, we did like a half day in Pompeii. Great, very exciting, cool stuff.
Now Pompeii, do you get freaked out at the volcano-ness of it all and like the
No,
all of
because
like the
Mount Vesuvius is still active and right there.
uh-huh.
No, not weird at all. It's just really cool to think about it and like
Is
seeing
it
all the innovations of people, like 4,000 years ago or whatever.
mhm. Is it sad at all? Like with the mummies and stuff?
They're not mummies.
Whatever.
They're not. They're just cast. Like that's one of the first things the lady told us. She was like, "I just have to make sure that you guys know what you're gonna see." She was like, "You're gonna see a lot of like excavated parts of the city,
Hmm.
um, but you're not gonna see the whole thing of like people frozen in ash."
Yeah.
She was like, "That what you're gonna see are not their actual bodies because no body, no human body can stay like that over
Yeah.
this many years." She was like, natural
Oh.
beings decompose. So what happened is that there was all this ash, right? And the I guess archaeologists or whatever, they figured out a way to pour a cast or wax cast into those spaces because what they figured out was there's bones under here.
Hmm.
And what they did is that based on how the ash was laying and how it was like sort of stuck in space, they were able to create a body.
Ah.
So
So
it's
it's
not, you're not actually seeing a body covered in ash. You're seeing the
gotcha.
cast of but the positions that they were in and stuff, like those are real positions and everything
Yeah.
like that. So
Gotcha.
that was cool. It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Also, very small. People were very short back then.
Yeah. How long ago was Pompeii? Like a couple hundred years? A couple thousand years?
Thousands.
Okay.
We're talking in the ADs, buddy. No,
Oh,
we're
the
talking in the
80s
BCs. Sorry, the
and the
BCs.
BC. And when you say 80s, you don't mean the 1980s. You mean the
What is it? Anno
Anno
Domini.
Anno Domini. Yeah, I
I
think
only
so.
know that from Braveheart.
No, you don't know that from in the year of our Lord. Yeah, I think so.
It is, right?
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
Is it Braveheart? Gladiator. Anyway, we also went into the, the old Colosseum. Colosseum, very sad. Weird to tell the kids. We're like, oh, this is the gate on where people used to die.
Yeah, Colosseum. They just used to like put people out there and they just have them mauled by like lions and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Human beings are weird, man. We're
Very
weird people.
weird. Weird stuff. But you know what? Italy's great. Great time. We saw these monuments that like Mussolini was obsessed with because he was a fascist and he talked about how the fascist movement grew out of here. But they were like, but it's a bad thing because you have to remember your history so that you don't
Hmm.
repeat yourself. And then I said, I know something about that. And our tour guide said, well, I can't get into it, but yes, Americans really do. And I was like, okay, well, anyway. But yeah, it was great. I don't recommend jet lag. I recommend that when you come back from a vacation, you take one whole day to just sleep.
Hmm.
Just sleep.
Yeah.
I remember going to Pakistan in 2005 and going to sleep and waking up and realizing that an entire 18 hours had passed. And that's the best way to do it.
I think so. You need a day just to kind of also like, do you feel when you were in Italy, right? At some point, did it become like normal to you?
Yeah.
Like, hey, is this like an Italian morning? Just what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
used to.
Yeah,
So
we
when,
were we were getting up at like 6 a.m. So it was like
yeah.
normal. Yeah.
So like when you come back, what is that like? Like, do you go right back into like when you come back to New Jersey? Do you
No,
feel like
I'm dying right now. It's 9 p.m. and I feel like I can't feel my bones. Like, you know when that happens? You know when that happens when you're like, oh, I don't have limbs.
no?
You've never had that happen where you're so tired that you don't feel your limbs?
No, I believe that's called paralysis.
Well, I'm there. I'm forcing myself to stay awake. So it's going to be fine. Anyway, lots happened while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
I got some headlines that I had put away. The first and foremost, of course, being that Taylor Swift was a surprise guest, a
Mm-hmm.
podcast guest on her boyfriend Travis Kelce's
Mm.
podcast. What is it? New Heights? In the
New
Heights?
Heights. New Heights.
New Heights. And she announced a new album. And
Yes.
it's Confessions of a Showgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a whole bunch of stuff. There were like 4 album covers that released. And are you excited for it?
So I was trying to remember the last Taylor album that came out, and I think we talked about it when it came out. I'll be honest. I heard that album once.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your memory of it also?
Yeah, I don't care about the tortured poet stuff. Here's the thing. Swifties, don't get mad at me. But I loved we've talked about this before. Loved Folklore.
Hmm.
Okay. Folklore was our shit. Loved that album. Beautiful COVID album. Amazing. Then the one after that was also good. Couldn't tell you
Yeah,
the name of it. What
the
is
one
it?
with like the I don't know, like every I'm a monster or whatever. I remember that song.
I don't think that's a song, but
Whatever. You know what I mean.
are you jet lagged?
I've just lived in America for the last 10 years. That's what's going on in my or the last 10 days.
Anyway, those two albums were great. Okay. But then after a while I was like, okay, Jack Antonoff, I think that you are making the same song with Taylor Swift now.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting in a repeat here. So what I'm excited about with this album is that it's Max Martin, which is I believe he did Reputation with her. And so it's a little bit more of like that dancey Taylor, like dance pop girl. And I'm
Yeah.
excited for pop Taylor to come back.
I feel like that's probably the Taylor Swift that is the most popular. Like the
Mhm.
new, like the Eras tour or whatever. I think those are the songs that people like. I know those are the songs that I like on, what's the one that I like? 1989. That's an album,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
Yeah,
great album. Yeah.
that's a great album. That's my favorite album.
Now,
Question.
yes.
So, question about one of the things, because I didn't watch the entire interview on New
I
Lights.
didn't.
I don't know.
No, I didn't either.
One of the things that came up was Taylor Swift was talking about like, when they met and when they started dating, her and Travis, right? So it was like I don't know if you've seen clips, but they're very like coupled up and all
Yeah,
those
they
things, and
love to
it's
hold hands.
love to hold hands the whole thing.
Losers.
Um, the the one thing the what she said about like their meeting was, and it was shocking to me, and I'm not sure if this is like a lie that she was telling or if it's something that I believe. But when she was like, I was so unfamiliar with football that during our first date, I asked him what it was like to be on the field facing your brother, right? And then
Mhm.
she was like, and then he explained to me, well, I play offense and he also plays offense. So technically, we're never on the field together, right?
Mhm.
And according to Taylor Swift, she's like, I was so unfamiliar with football that I thought that everybody's out there at the same time. That I thought that, there's like a quarterback on both sides that is just going at it back and forth, right? So, like, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are on the field at the same time. And I'm like, okay, hold on a second.
No,
Taylor Swift
you
is
cannot trick me, Taylor Swift.
right.
No.
That's crazy.
No. Okay, I understand her being like, "Oh, I just thought you guys were like at the same." That's fine. But then
That's
to
fine.
be like, "Oh, I just everybody's it's just bedlam. It's a coliseum. Everybody there's goats and lions and giraffes out there." Like that to me, that's a tall tale. Okay?
That's a tall tale. I don't think that you can be here in this country, grow up in this country, and not have it. Like, she was probably what, like 33, 34 when they met.
Yeah.
You can't make it to 33 and 34. And like, I can understand maybe you don't know all the rules about football, right?
Yeah.
You can't think that the quarterbacks are on the field at the same time. That's crazy to me.
Well, she was on the bleachers, as she said in that song. Okay. She's
I mean,
cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers.
yeah,
She's not paying attention. The kids on the bleachers aren't necessarily paying attention to the sports, but that's ridiculous, Taylor.
that's ridiculous.
Don't be annoying. Don't piss me off. The other thing that people were like saying a lot about was, a lot of white liberal women who are gonna get so they're like, here she comes back. She came back from our country of Europe.
This privileged bitch just talked about the Amalfi Coast for 15 minutes and and how cool it was to see dead bodies plastered.
Anyway, the white liberal women were like, this is something like, we'd have to find it because it was so ridiculous. I was like, do you hear yourselves? It was like, great. Now we have a soundtrack for the revolution. No, time out. No, Taylor Swift is not the soundtrack for the revolution. What are you talking about? She's like, look, I have a lot of issues with her.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could love her music, but
Yes.
let's not act like Taylor Swift is the revolutionary, guys. She's a huge platform. She's not used it for anything, of value, really. Like, yeah, of course, she came out at the end of close to the election. She said, I'm, endorsing Kamala Harris, whatever. But like, there's a lot that's going on in this country that she's kind of silent about. And instead she's like, I'm going to drop clues every day to share a new album cover. So it's like, she could be your soundtrack to your personal revolution. Sure. But the
she's definitely not the soundtrack for the revolution. That's not happening. But if she gets some people excited, if she gets some white ladies excited, I don't know what that results in. I don't know what that action is that comes as a result of listening to a Taylor Swift song. But I don't know, man. I'm at a point now where it's just like, dude, whatever like gives you hope. Gives you hope. You know what I mean? That's it.
What are you gonna do? Right? Well, I have to find it because it was so ridiculous. I was like, no, this is correct. Taylor Swift announced TS12, and now we have a soundtrack for the rebellion. Rebellion?
To you, my darling.
No, to you.
The Roses were living the dream.
More champagne for me, please.
Until it all came crashing down.
He got fired.
Fired?
From the director of Meet the Parents.
You're a failure. Women don't like that.
If you need a shoulder or an inner thigh to lean on.
On August 29th.
I just want the house.
We want everything.
Wow.
Stop.
Yes, go!
And see The Roses.
These people.
The Roses. Rated R. Under 17, not a minute without parent. In theaters everywhere, August 29th.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Yeah, she's going to be storming the Capitol on her private jet, guys. That's what she's doing. Anyway, I'm excited for the Swifties. Good luck. Look, I can't act like I'm not excited for the fact that Beyonce is going to be doing a rock album. Okay, so who the fuck am I?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Listen, I will listen to the Taylor Swift album because I listen to Taylor Swift songs.
Of course.
And I'll see how it goes. But yeah,
of course.
It is just an album.
Yeah. Okay. Another headline that came across my desk while I was away, and I said, I'm going to bookmark this one. Leonardo DiCaprio is doing a lot of interviews recently, and Page Six said that Leonardo DiCaprio, who's 50, insists that he is, quote, emotionally 32 after years-long backlash for dating younger women. The 50-year-old actor, who has a reputation for dating much younger women, told filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson in an Esquire interview that he feels nearly 2 decades younger than he is. Anderson, 55, kicked off the conversation about DiCaprio's age by urging him to answer as quickly as he could. If you didn't know how old you are, how old are you right now? What a weird question. Raheel, if you didn't know how old you are, how old are you right now? Go.
So, I do think that I'm like 23. So I know that you, obviously, there's a lot of derision to be had at this headline, especially considering who it is, and especially considering the types of conversations that we've had in the past, right? Do you buy that at all? Does that connect with you at all?
Well, so I will say this, that I think that when people get famous really young, there is like a stunting that happens in their lives, right? Like there's like, it's, or when you get a lot of responsibility at a really young age, there's like something that happens in your like whatever neurochemistry or whatever, right? But I yeah, I mean, I just feel like that could be true, but 32?
Yeah, I think it's jarring that Leonardo DiCaprio is 50. Like when you hear Leo is 50, right? Are you like, holy shit, he's 50?
No, because I'm 40. I mean, yeah, I guess. The other day, my friend who is about to turn 50, she was complaining about something with her mom, and her mom had her when she was 18, right?
Okay.
So she's kind of, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I can't believe that a 58-year-old woman would behave that way. And she was like, my mom's not 58. She didn't have me when she was like 8 or 9. I was like, what? Because in my brain, I was like, no, her mom has to be 58 because she's turning 40 and I'm turning 30. Like in my brain also, once you're 40, you're just like, we're all old.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly. So I think what we're learning here is that we should cut Leo some slack, right? I do also think that there is something to the fact that if you are a person with a lot of money, being a 50-year-old rich person is kind of the same as being a 32-year-old normal person in terms of like the stress that you have in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's
So.
true. That's true. I guess. I mean, I can see that being a thing. But anyway, he also said he feels this way because he feels like when you turn 50, like so much more of your life is behind you than ahead of you. And so he feels like he still has many more years of life ahead of him. That's why he feels 32.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Whatever. Good for you, Leo. Other white guys that you love, Chris Pratt. He was in the news.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Chris Pratt praises his cousin-in-law, RFK Jr., admits, quote, I don't know what to believe. I loved this so much because it was such a, like, here's the thing. I don't think that what he's saying, guys, don't come for me, okay? This is going to shock you, Raheel. I don't think that what he's saying is necessarily, like, wrong. I mean, it's not the worst thing that he could say, but it's a thing that you should not say out loud to the press as, like, a person who has been under the spotlight for, like, his views, right? So what he said is that he assumes the best in RFK Jr. He said, I've spent a number of occasions hanging out with him, just strictly in family dinner kind of vibe, and I really got along with him well. I think he's great. I think he's funny. I like him. I love him. And then he said, politics are nasty business. And he has seen how the person that you are can be in such contrast to the person that people are being told that you are. So I understand like what he's trying to say here. But then he says, when you jump on the bandwagon with the most divisive president ever, it makes sense that you're going to be made to look terrible. So I don't know what to believe. It's not like I sit with Bobby and go, hey, so let's talk about this. We're just playing cards or playing Mafia or having fun or having dinner. I'm not going to pick his brain to find out exactly which of those things are true. I just kind of assume that none of them are. And for the most part, I wish him well. And so what annoyed me about this was he was like, yeah, like, of course, if you like join up with like one of the like the most controversial presidents of our time, people can assume the worst about you.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't say, so then I implore and find out more about whether or not my cousin-in-law Bobby here is an actual bad person. He's like, instead, we're like, we got a game of Mafia to play.
Exactly.
So I can't be getting into that.
And so that's the bullshit, right? I think he was on the Bill Maher podcast when he said this, right? And so like I saw that blurb. Actually, I didn't see like the full details of that blurb. I saw that he talked about RFK Jr. and how he's related to them or whatever. But he also talked about like, hey, I don't want to be in a position that I am so anti the GOP and so anti-Trump that even if they do something good, I'm just going to jump on the other side and say no. So I think he was talking about like, hey, if they want to take out like toxic plastics out of school lunches, so blah, 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 right? So I think that was like the point that he was trying to make. Now, there's a couple of things that are happening here. Number one is like, when you said like it's not the best thing for somebody to say that has been in his position in the press, like, hey, why would you say that? Right.
Yeah.
The first thing that's happening is like what we think is the right thing to say in the press and what seems to be the right thing to say in the press, like that thing is changing. Like we grew up with the understanding that, hey, you don't say racist shit. If you say racist shit, there are consequences to that racism, right? That is not the case. Like what's been proven over the last 10, 15 years is the cancel culture isn't a thing. You are like, not only are you allowed to come back, you are welcome back. You're given a hero's welcome.
In fact, you should say more racist things.
Exactly. Like there is now, there is a market for this, right? So even when he is, him and the fact that he's on Bill Maher's podcast, Bill Maher is also somebody that has now seen, okay, well, at the very least, I know that there's money on this other side. I'm not going to be out of a job if I go along and if I try to, gather some of the steam off of these guys as well, because you make a lot of money that way. So there's that. And also like, it's complete horseshit, right? Because he's trying to show like a black and white picture, which is sure you say, well, yeah, so let's say if Trump is saying something good, like, I don't know, the example that he gave about taking toxic plastic out of lunches or whatever. First of all, that's not true.
Yeah, and that's not a thing. That's not a thing. People, there's no toxic plastics in lunches. That's not a thing. They're like red dye 40 or whatever. Like, that's not a thing.
Exactly. So, like, first of all, that example is a farce, right?
Yeah.
But secondly, you have to say, okay, well, yes, sure. If Trump does something good, if Trump does something that is like objectively good for every American, yes, you don't have to jump on the other side and say that it's bad just because Trump did it, right? At the same time, if he does something objectively good and you want to give him praise for that, then you don't get to forget all of the bad shit that he has done, right? So like, yes, sure, I don't know what good thing Donald Trump could do for us. Let's say if he just decides that every American gets $5,000, right? It'd be nice for everybody just to get $5,000 or whatever, because we're all struggling. But that doesn't negate the fact that ICE is doing what it's doing. Like the world is as miserable as it is right now, right? So I think it's again just Chris Pratt just trying to, he's trying to sidle up with the conservative movement. I think he makes a lot of money doing that stuff. I think he's got like this military angle that he plays all the time. There's like I know he's done like movies that are like pro-military.
He's like a big hunting guy.
He's like a big hunting guy and all that stuff, right? So that's the way that I saw it. I just thought it was bullshit, right?
Yeah. Also, like, you can't be one of these people that's like, we can't be so. I think he said something like, I found it. He said, you can't be so mired in hatred for the president that any success from his administration is something I'd have an allergic reaction to. That's one thing to be like, okay, I'm not going to be so hateful that like if the president is doing like a good thing, I'm not going to ignore it, right? Yeah. But at the same time, you have access to a person who is involved in this administration that you have heard might be doing some things that might be good for whatever movement you believe that you're a part of, but you're also not asking any questions about it.
Yeah.
So you're just full of shit.
Yeah. It's just that interview is just a celebrity trying to increase his audience. That's the only way that I see it. There's like nothing philosophical. There's no good point that he's making there for us to learn something. That's all it is.
No, not at all. I'm going to come back to RFK in a minute, but I did want to share an update from our favorite cannibal, Armie Hammer. He's got to stop. Honestly, he keeps talking, and I wish that somebody would take a mic from him. He was on a podcast, and he cracked a joke about roofies. He said that he likes to marijuana roofie his friends.
He likes to marijuana roofie his friends?
He said, I loved marijuana roofing people.
What does that mean?
He said, I loved smoking marijuana. He said, oh my God, he actually said, Jesus Christ. He said, I love poisoning people. And then his co-host said, maybe you shouldn't say that. And he said, I loved smoking marijuana with people to the point where they were like, I'm so stoned, I can't feel my feet.
Why is that a thing that you love? I don't understand that.
Well, it's easier for him to eat the feet if they can't feel the feet, Raheel. Oh my God.
That's true too.
Do you think Armie Hammer roofied me? That's why I can't feel my limbs. He's got to stop.
What is going on with Armie Hammer's career now? Does he have a career?
He has a podcast. Me and Armie Hammer are in the same industry. Anyway, he's got to stop. He said that he was trying to talk about like how when he worked on Lone Ranger, he got Johnny Depp too high, and then they didn't let him do press with Johnny Depp anymore because he got Johnny Depp too stoned, because Armie Hammer has said that he has smoked more marijuana than anybody he knows. And I'm like, you're just the weirdest guy. Like, it's so weird. I smoke so much pot. Like, okay, you're like 40, dude. Like, that's not okay. And you eat people. Like, okay, let's go back to RFK for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you seen the videos of the Bobby versus Pete fitness challenges?
Oh, I saw some pull-ups recently.
Yeah. So RFK Jr. and Pete Hegseth were doing like a workout challenge, and of course RFK is in his jeans. And Bob and Pete Hegseth, they're doing pull-ups or whatever, and I guess it's because Pete is 45 and Bobby's like 70, and they're doing a 100 push-up challenge and 50 pull-ups in 10 minutes. And the biggest takeaway from here was that they finally got to the bottom of why RFK Jr. loves to wear jeans to work out.
Why is that?
He said, and it didn't make any sense to me when I read it. I had to read it 3 times. I was like, is there more to this? He said, well, I just started doing that a long time ago because I would go hiking in the morning and then I would go straight to the gym, and I found it so convenient, and now I'm used to it, so I just do it.
So that's not really a reason. It's just laziness. He just doesn't want to change.
Like, he just wears jeans to hike, and then he just wears those same jeans to the gym.
Yeah, why do you wear jeans to hike? Is that usually a thing? I guess maybe.
No, I would wear compression tights and some loose shorts on top of it.
I think right now you are hating just in the manner that Chris Pratt said that.
Just because you're so full of hate, you can't respect a man who wears denim to the gymnasium.
I would hate to be filled with that much hate, honestly.
I would hate to be filled with so much hatred that I would be mad about a guy trapping his balls behind hard pants.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And a belt.
That's crazy.
A belt? Jeans and a belt at the gym. That's crazy.
Have you ever seen somebody wear jeans at the gym?
No.
I have. So there are guys.
In my defense, don't go to the gym. I can't tell you the last time I was there. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah. So I will say, there are sometimes you see some dudes that like wear jeans and like steel toe shoes, like construction shoes.
No.
And it's just like, why are you doing it? I don't know why you're doing it, but like some of them do it. I don't get it.
Are they lifting?
They are lifting. Yeah.
Okay. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's not breathable. Like, that's crazy. They smell like shit. Like, because they're not washing those jeans. That's my problem with it, is the jeans are not being washed.
There's no way those jeans, because we don't, who washes jeans to begin with, right?
Well, I mean, you do, but I mean, I understand that men don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
many men don't. They just unbuckle their pants, they pull it down and leave it on the floor in a leg size hole on the ground. Mm-hmm. And then you just every morning just put your legs back in and just whoop back up.
It's very simple. Yeah. Sometimes you leave the boxers in there.
Guys are so nasty. But in this fitness challenge, what really cracked me up is that then Sean Duffy, famously from Road Rules, he and also, what is he, head of our Department of
Transportation. And I think also NASA, right? He's got NASA.
Oh yeah, they gave him NASA temporarily. Oh, put the real world guy on it. Anyway, he tried to do it. He was on Fox and he was trying to do the Pete versus Bobby challenge, and he couldn't do any pull-ups, so he had to have a Fox News anchor carry him and hold his lower body so that he could do pull-ups. There's no shame left.
It is just so dumb. It's just so dumb.
I hate it.
It's just, that's the thing. It's just dumb. You see this and it's like, who is this impressing? Like, am I impressed by this? Is anybody supposed to be impressed by this? Like, even the people that are like really pro GOP or whatever, right? Like, I know like the meathead guys that or whatever. Does anybody watch this and go, yeah, I am happier now that these guys are in charge because it worked out? I don't think so.
No, not at all. Also, Trump is literally pissing himself.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't understand what we're doing here. I don't care if the head of the Department of Transportation and NASA can do or not do pull-ups. I don't care. And, like, this whole thing of, like, oh, Mr. MAHA is trying to make things better. He's not. I think Moderna, I saw something last week, and I'm misquoting possibly, but Moderna was supposed to be releasing a flu and COVID joint vaccine. So it's like one vaccine, you get it at the beginning of flu season and you're done. But they had to pull their submission and resubmit to just do the flu vaccine because according to, you know, the head of now, whatever, Mr. Anti-Vax here, he doesn't think that the COVID vaccine has enough research for it to be joined together with the flu vaccine. So Moderna's not releasing a booster this year for COVID.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Anti-Vax is like, well, we need more research. Anyway, I gotta go put these jeans back on. Sir, why were your jeans off? Anyway, I hate it. I hate it. Where they're also, Trump has now, he's doing a weird thing in DC where there's like cops and the fucking military in DC now. They've militarized DC because they claim that DC was not safe. I saw something, a tweet or something that said like, a guy was like, I was walking down and somebody popped a wheelie on their motorcycle in front of me. A wheelie?
I'm sorry, that sounds super cool.
Popped a wheelie? Like when, I'm sorry, kids are delighted when they see a wheelie popped.
Kids, I'm delighted.
Yeah. Do you ever get intimidated when you see somebody pop a wheelie? I get nervous if I'm on the road because I'm like, oh, I don't want them to get hurt. But I don't look at somebody pop a wheelie on a motorcycle and say, oh no, crime.
I don't either.
I don't think that you rob a bank and pop a wheelie. You know what I mean? You're not murdering people and popping wheelies.
No, that seems to call attention to yourself.
No, I think popping a wheelie is done by a person who has a lot of freedom and a clean record.
Yeah. Did you see the sandwich guy?
No.
Have you heard about the sandwich guy?
No, tell me.
So there was a DC resident, right? He was up in the face of some ICE agents, right? And he had a Subway sandwich in his hand, and it was like 11:30 at night or something. And he took the sandwich and he threw it at the ICE agent. He threw it like on the ICE agent's chest, right? And then he just ran away. And then like all of these like ICE agents are running after him, and they're all out of shape. So they never caught him, right?
Yeah.
But then that video became really, it went viral because the guy ran and he got away or whatever. So like the sandwich guy became a thing. Obviously people recognized him or whatever. So there was this, like, he had an arrest warrant. So he said, okay, I get it. Listen, I threw a sandwich at a guy. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm going to turn myself in, right? So he called and offered to turn himself in. Instead, what the police did was they conducted like a raid with like 20 SWAT people, right? At like 11:30 at night, and they showed up at his apartment and they arrested him, right? the best part is the reason why we know about this raid is because the White House put out like a TikTok or a video on X
Yeah.
of this operation as if it was like an actual operation. You have to watch this thing, right? It's like 11:15 p.m. and then they show them all getting like ready or whatever, and they show them like mobilizing and like going to this like apartment. Everybody's wearing fucking masks or whatever. They have their guns drawn or whatever. And then this guy just comes out. He's just standing there. He's like, okay, I'm getting arrested or whatever. Just standing there, right? And then they put him in like the car, and then it's like a military like hype video. It's like, who is this working for? Like, is this
so
what
strange.
for like the people that like the don't tread on me people? Is this what you want? Like, is this actually what you want? And maybe it is. Like, I think the whole don't tread on me thing has always kind of been a little bit bullshit, right? Because it's not really don't tread on me. It's don't tread on me because I want to be racist.
Yeah, it's not don't tread on me. It's don't tell me what to do, because don't get mad at me when I'm a racist.
Exactly.
Okay? Why are you so mad at me that I don't trust you and I don't think that you're safe and I think you're inferior than me, and also I think that you should not be in my country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a waste of resources. You know, I don't think that if you still support that, I don't know what you're doing listening to this podcast.
That's true. You know what is interesting though? I don't know what we haven't heard about in a long time.
What?
It's Jeffrey Epstein. Because that is how stuff works.
That is how that works. They're like, let's arrest the sandwich guy. Make a big to-do about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, take off your shirt. Put the jeans back on. Why don't you go do some pull-ups with Pete? Pete, but for the love of God, stop sending text messages.
Have you seen, like, no, did you see that Pete got razzed because, like, he can't actually do pull-ups? He was doing chin-ups?
Yeah. I did see that. But I don't care also. I don't care. I don't care if you know how to do pull-ups or not. Guess who can't do pull-ups? Me. Okay, can you do pull-ups?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I could do pull-ups. I don't want to brag. One of the things I told my husband when we started dating is that I would do 5 push-ups.
Uh-huh.
And it's been 16 years.
Wait, how does that come up?
He was like, he always said that I had poor upper body strength. Fuck you, first of all. I gave birth to 2 fat babies. Okay, how about that?
Well, there's no upper body strength that's needed for that.
No, there's none. No. My lower body, it's ridiculous. Tons of lower body strength.
Like a linebacker.
A beast. Okay. How dare you? Anyway. So I just have no upper body strength. And so he was like, come on. It's because he's, as you know, all upper body strength.
No, I saw those. I saw the videos from the boat.
And so he is always like, no, you should do push-ups. Like, it's just good for you to do push-ups. And I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, I can do it. I'll do 5. And I was like, within our first year of marriage, I'll learn how to do 5 push-ups.
Uh-huh.
Never happened. And sometimes, as you know, he loves a push-up, but oh God, oh no, now my husband sounds like RFK Jr. He loves a push-up challenge. So do you, though. I feel like men just do that. I think they don't know what else to. It's the closest thing to dick swinging that you guys could do without swinging dicks. You know what I mean?
I think that's so. There, as much as I hate it, as much as I hate that the Secretary of Defense goes on the thing because he actually thinks that he's being cool or whatever, right? And as much as I hate Bobby for wearing jeans and doing pull-ups and also being the person that's in charge of making decisions around vaccine and people's actual health and also having a say in Medicare and Medicaid and all those things, right? I like a man challenge. Like I feel
like it's the closest thing to like a duel.
It is.
Like you guys want to take off your gloves and slap each other's faces and do a duel. You know what I mean? And you can't anymore because that's frowned upon and you're not wearing gloves. So instead you're like, could you push ups? Like, okay.
I'll say this. I was supposed to go to a batting cage today with other 40-year-olds, and we're supposed to like hit balls at the batting cage, and I couldn't because I had to record this podcast because you just came back, and I immediately said no to the batting cage. Have I thought about it since? Yeah. You know why? Because like it's just a fun thing to do.
No, and that's fine. First of all, don't ever try to do me a favor. I could have been sleeping right now, okay? Anyway, I just think it's funny. I think it's just like it's hilarious to me that men will do anything but go to therapy. They're like,
yeah, no, that's the thing.
That's how about we'll do push-ups. Like,
of course.
Okay,
of course.
Great. I just think that at the end of the day, men should just kiss each other.
I do think, yeah. I think we should all go to therapy. I don't know if we need to kiss each other, but I think we need to.
If men kissed each other more, everybody would be happier.
I
certainly would.
Now, what kind of kissing are we talking about?
It depends on the men.
So, because one of my friends, he gets very drunk, and his move is to like at the end of the night, he will come and he'll hug you, and he'll say, "Love you, bro," and he'll like plant like a big wet one on you, right?
Yeah.
And it's gross.
Yeah.
Like it's actually gross, but like I do like in that moment, I'm like, okay, well, I can feel him being a bitch. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that derogatively, I guess I am. But you know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, dude, like stop being a bitch. But like, you know what I mean? Like he's being like overly emotional or whatever. Should I not say that word?
Yeah, don't say that. I don't like it.
I apologize. I did think as soon as I said, hey, maybe I shouldn't say it. So, but I hope that my intention.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is, Raheel. Men, like the straightest men I know, just want to hug their friends. Like I think guys like really just want to like the way like okay, so like girls, the girls and the gays, I'm so energized after I hang out with my girlfriends. Because all we do is like tell each other how we're beautiful. Like you're beautiful. First of all, when you go to a girl's dinner, the first 10 minutes of your dinner, you talk about how beautiful everybody looks, what you like about each other's outfits, how nice everybody looks, how wonderful everybody is. I like this. I like that. You look great. What's going like it's so affirming to be around other women because they're just gassing each other the fuck up. And then there's a period where you like talk about what meals you're going to share. And then you have like a full-fledged therapy session where you like talk about your spouses and your children and your job and all these things. And sometimes you laugh and you cry. And then by the end of it, it's a lot of like, I love you so much. And you genuinely mean it, even if you don't. Like some of it is very like, oh my God, girl, I love you. But it's legit. Like, you really feel so fulfilled around your friends, like your girlfriends. And I think that the solution to the male epidemic would be that when guys hang out with each other, instead of being like, you want to do push-ups, be like, why don't you guys just spend like the first 10 minutes complimenting each other and like gassing each other up and talking about your accomplishments and like just being nice. And I'm not saying that you need to kiss at the end of the night, but I'm saying if you kiss at the end of the night, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe you just hug each other really, really hard. I don't know.
So I will concede that yes. So there is obviously, I think what happens with men and just being a man myself, and interacting with men. I think that persona that you put out to the world, especially around other dudes, I think you have to be super duper kind of firm in that persona that you put out, right? So you're just like, oh, this is my job, this is my house, this is my car. Like this is like these are the things that we measure ourselves with, right? And you put a lot of effort into maintaining that thing.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of like your mental, like, everything kind of goes into that. So what it doesn't allow for is like the development, like the development of the other stuff. Yeah. So it's just that, and then as soon as that cracks, and so that's what happens with my friends after they get drunk or whatever. That initial thing cracks, and it's just like, oh, it's just the abyss underneath here because we haven't built anything out yet.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, finish
at the same time. if you're talking about in comparison to women, right? Yes, I do agree that when I see you with some of your friends, I do see that it is everybody's hyping themselves up. I do see that, especially like your high school friends or whatever, that is
Mm-hmm.
like a lovely kind of setting. At the same time, I mean, let's not. I've
Sometimes you're around women and it's the three girls from White Lotus. Of course.
yeah.
No, I'm not saying that it's always perfect, but I think also this is something that like I've learned. So in my 20s, and my teens, I was very much living for the male gaze, approval of the male gaze, right? Like
Yeah.
trying to present myself in a way where I'm going to be accepted by what the type of woman that a man accepts. And even after I got married, I was like that way, right? Of like, this is my husband and I hope that I can live up to what he expects from his wife. And in my 30s, guys, last week of my 30s, I have learned that I don't need to do that. And my life is so much better when I stop living for the male gaze and when I start just like being silly and goofy and myself and like just living my best life. And I think men with other men also actually are working for the male gaze because you guys are.
100%.
And I think that if you guys dropped it, you'd be fine. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Here's the thing. We all
wear your jeans to the gym,
We do all live for like the male gaze, but I think really what you mean by the male gaze is just like, hey, this is what
the patriarchy's the patriarchy's
are
definition of what a man or a woman is supposed to be.
exactly.
And I think that like that like acceptance of like how you should be living like that, fuck that shit,
Can we make sure that this episode is not released so I don't want other men to kind of find out that I was agreeing with you?
No. Hey, MSNBC decided to rebrand and they are now called MS Now or Miss Now. Miss Now, that's what I call news. That's so stupid.
It is dumb. What does the MS stand for? Wasn't the MS Microsoft? Isn't that how that started?
What?
Why do I think that MSNBC started off as like a Microsoft thing?
Did it?
I believe so.
Because there's CNBC.
Yeah, that's like.
Oh, no, you're right. MSNBC was established in 1996 under a strategic partnership between NBC and Microsoft.
Thank you. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. And so now it's being rebranded to MS Now.
So they're taking the NBC part of like, isn't that the actual channel? Isn't that the actual like? That's silly.
Okay. I don't know, but I think it stands for. Let me see what it stands for. They're in cahoots because now apparently there's a synthetic snow company in Korea that exists called MS Now, which is actually stands for M Snow. Anyway, it stands for apparently My Source News Opinion World. What? My Source News Opinion World. Somebody had a stroke at the Microsoft. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't know. I don't really watch MSNBC. I'm not calling it MS Now. It's going to be like HBO again when they changed it to Max and HBO Go, and now I've always called it HBO. That's what I'm always going to call it. Okay.
Yeah, it's just MSNBC.
Yeah, exactly.
MSNBC, I think for us is just like, I mean, I don't think anybody watches it really. Yeah. I think it's just the show where sometimes you get Twitter clips from.
Yeah, you get like Chris Hayes and like Rachel Maddow clips, and you're like, oh yeah, that's good.
And then it just gets shared in like our liberal bubbles and stuff. We go, yeah, this is fucked up, and then like nobody.
And nothing.
And then Trump says, that's great. You know what? I'm going to militarize DC. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. There's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. Not to dead name Miss Now, but it's MSNBC. It's going to be MSNBC for me. Raheel, preseason football is here Today
Yes.
was a false fall day in New Jersey. I woke up at 5 a.m. It was 55 degrees.
It was lovely.
It was nippy.
Uh-huh.
Are you excited for football?
I'm always excited for
Are
football.
you, would you say, ready for some football?
I think I am. So, hold on. I'll let you recover. Hold on. I am ready for some football. It's always funny to me, like, when football season starts, I forget life before football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it happens very, very quickly. And then as the season's coming like to an end, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do because like my Sundays are all around this one thing. But then it ends and I'm just fine. I'm okay. I find other things to do. I'm okay.
Yeah. You've been doing this now for 30 years in this country.
Yeah,
You're fine.
30. This is my 31st NFL season.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh my God. And hey, happy anniversary to us. We've been in this country for 30 years.
We have been in this country for 30 years and 6 days.
Amazing.
That crazy? Do you think about that?
I do.
What was your favorite time of being in this country?
Being called a terrorist in high school, I think that was a pretty good one. One of my best nights of my life, being in this country, when I felt proud to be an American, is the night that Obama won and we were in the city. That was a good one.
I think that summer is my favorite time ever, maybe ever of my life.
Wow.
I'd say the Beijing Olympics. I think they were like the first 2 weeks of August.
Okay.
2008. First of all, the 2008 Olympics are the greatest Olympics of all time.
Okay, you don't. I couldn't tell you one Olympic from the other.
Really? You don't remember those Olympics?
So I only remember the 93 Olympics. 4.
What happened in the 94 Olympics?
No, 96.
96 Olympics. Yeah, I was setting you up for failure there because I'm a dick. I'm a dick man. You don't even know when the sports event was. No, I think the summer of 2008 is my favorite time ever of being in this country because of everything that was happening with Obama. Even like if it's crazy to think about this right now, but like we used to look at John McCain as like, okay, that's a sensible, at least we're getting out of like this whole Bush and Cheney thing, right?
I mean, not we, you, but not me.
Whatever. So even that, I was like hopeful on that part, but obviously the Obama part was like really, really hopeful. And then yeah, the Olympics were amazing. Like Michael Phelps, and then Usain Bolt, and the NBA team or whatever, or the basketball team. It's a great time.
Oh, well, good.
That'd be my favorite time. I also like right now because you have kids and stuff, and I do like them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know I shit on this country a lot, but I wouldn't live anywhere else.
No, so that was gonna be my question. Did you miss it here? Like, did you miss being here after a little while?
Can I tell
you were
a disgusting trash thing about myself?
Please.
I had McDonald's for lunch today, and I was really happy about it. I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's get a double cheeseburger and put some French fries inside of it. Let's go."
It was good.
It was great. I mean, does it compare to like fresh gnocchi? Probably not. Because it's two completely different things, obviously.
Yeah, I know exactly.
But, I was like, I hate to be a trashy American, but I was so excited to have some like hot McDonald's. You know, when you get a McDonald's French fries and you have to eat them. First of all, don't you think that McDonald's is food that should only be eaten in a car?
Yeah. You don't bring that home. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, it's car food. But when they're so hot, you burn your mouth a little bit when you put the French fries in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop shove your hand into the thing and you think you're going to pick up a bunch, but then you drop some because it's too hot.
It's too hot. That's what I had today. And it was really good. No, I would live here always. I do wish that I lived closer to other countries so that if one was to want to say flee, one could.
Mm-hmm.
But the 8-hour flight isn't great. But again, I said it in the group chat with our family. It's an immense privilege to be able to travel the world.
That's true. Must be nice.
It is nice. Hey, I heard that there's going to be some male cheerleaders this year in the NFL.
Yes.
On the main stage.
But There have been male cheerleaders in the NFL for like the last 6 years.
But they're like on the main stage now.
I guess it's just one of those things that, when MAGA like decides to just be angry about something that has been happening for a while, that's the reason why I think it's come up.
They're suddenly like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that a boy?
Yeah. Hey, my dick got hard. How's that? I thought I was looking at the cheerleaders.
Wait a minute. That butt looks nice and it doesn't belong to a woman.
Hey.
How dare you? That's confusing. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. I'm back. And I will be talking about Housewives and also Big Brother. Big Brother! Hey, it's a happy birthday to our friend and listener, Laura, today. She turned 40.
Oh.
She's my best friend, Kate's best friend. I don't want to talk about it, but it is
Laura from Asbury Park.
That's right. Laura from Asbury Park. It's her birthday.
Now,
it's her 40th birthday today.
Happy birthday, Laura. As somebody that turned 40 myself recently.
It's been 2 years, but okay.
It's been 2.5 years. What I'll say about turning 40 is everything that you fear about turning 40 is just because you've been told to. Like, as soon as you turn 40, you're like, oh, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I don't, or maybe that's just what old people tell themselves. You know what I mean? But
yeah. We're counting down the days. Also, Raheel, I have great news to share with you. Every single person that responded to the question of what is the better Kelly Clarkson song, not a single person said a moment like this.
Was that the song that I mentioned?
Yes!
Yeah.
He's argued just to argue for no reason at all.
I was.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Okay, bye.